everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea. It's nice to have you guys here. If you are new to this channel, welcome. It's nice to have you here. And if you are one of my lovely and charming returning viewers, welcome back. It's always so good to have you here. As you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, I am still sick. And if you watched my Sephora unboxing earlier, you'll know that I filmed this on the same day, and yeah. So getting into my favorites. First thing, I'm just going to mention this really quick because I feel like I've talked about this candle a lot. This is the Chestnuts Cloves from Bath & Body Works. To me, this is just Christmas, even though it was part of their fall scent range. I stocked up on this before all the fall candles went away. It's just my favorite. It's roasted chestnut, clove buds, pine, cedarwood, and velvety moss, so it just smells like your Christmas tree and spiced something on the stove or in the oven. Another favorite is from Target, and this is by Archer Farms Holiday Edition Butter Toffee Caramel Corn Clusters with Almonds. This stuff should be labeled an illegal substance. It's that good. I have to be really careful. You can see I have started this one. I have to be really careful not to eat the whole thing. Some beauty favorites. This is a return favorite. So a lot of this month has been a few new things, but then also a few returning to general winter favorites that I haven't used since last winter. So this fragrance is one of them. This is Nest Midnight Fleur. I can't remember off the top of my head the different notes of this. I just know that it smells amazing. Again, even through my cold, I can smell this, and it's so good. So yeah, I love this. I get this in the rollerball size. I love this. This is one of my favorite. It's probably one of my top 2 winter scents. A nail favorite is actually what is on my nails right now. I am in love with the red glitter at the moment. And this is actually 2 red glitters. So I've got red glitter on red glitter. So I have Butter London's Chancer, which is just this beautiful, really kind of fine glitter. It's not chunky at all. And this works really well just on its own if you just want a beautiful, shimmery, glittery nail color. 2 or 3 coats of this and you're good to go. With the butter top coat, it's perfect. But then I also have on top of this, I have Ciate London's Rom Com Rouge, which was their full-size nail polish in the Ciate Mini Mani Month Advent Calendar last year. And this is 2 sizes of glitter, one that's really fine and then one that's a little bit larger, suspended in a clear top coat. So this by itself, you have to have something underneath it, either like a plain red nail polish or something else. This over like a French manicure would be really beautiful, but these 2 together is like perfection. So I have been in love with this. I wanted something for Thanksgiving that was really bright and pretty and sparkly. I think because I was feeling so sick at Thanksgiving. So I have just been in love with this. Speaking of colds and being sick, 2 things that have really helped me as I've been sick. One is an old favorite that I have mentioned before. That is the Bite Agave Lip Mask. I've been in love with this for the last 3 months. I think I got this in September, October, November. So yeah, nearly 3 months now. You can see I've probably used up about half of it, if even. So it's lasting a long time. Since I've been sick, we all know that when we get sick and we can't breathe through our nose, we're breathing through our mouths a lot more than we usually do, especially at night while we're sleeping. When you breathe through your mouth while you're sleeping, you just wake up and your lips feel so dry and cracked and gross, and it's not fun. And you already feel miserable because you're sick. This has been a savior. I put on a little bit more at night than I usually do, and I wake up and I still feel like crap because I'm sick, but my lips at least feel okay and still feel hydrated and not like totally dried out. Oh my gosh, I've been loving this. And then the other savior that I've had, this is something my mom gave me. I'll try to find the link because I think you can only order this online. This is by the Dr. Schultz brand, and it's their deep tissue oil. This has wintergreen oil, botanical menthol, habanero pepper, arnica flower, calendula flower, and St. John's wort flower. It just comes in a little dropper. My mom just gave this to me because my mother's amazing. This also works. She gave this to me primarily for when I have like joint pain. Like I have pain in my knees sometimes. And so you can use this to just like almost like an icy hot kind of a thing, just a topical pain reliever. Just rub this over whatever part is sore and aching. But when you're sick, this also works really well rubbing it onto your chest, and kind of when my throat was sore, I was rubbing it like up onto my neck a little bit. And I do that right before I go to sleep. When I was really sick, I was doing it throughout the day as well. But now I'm using it at night to help me sleep, and it feels so good. It feels like it's both a topical reliever in that it sinks into the skin, and it just kind of makes my chest feel better in terms of pain and congestion and discomfort. But then also you're breathing in the scent of the oils, and that is really good too. So this has been really great for the congestion, the coughing at night, trying to help me sleep. I have been in love with this. I will probably be bringing an emergency bottle of this with me to London just in case I get sick again. And then the last physical thing to show you before the non-physical things is this bathrobe, which I can't show you. I can't hold this up, but it's got giant sleeves, really long. It does have cuffs. You can cuff them up and turn them up, or you can leave them down to just your fingertips, which I like to do. It's got a hood, which is amazing. It's 70% bamboo and 30% cotton. It's really soft. It washed and dried in the washer and dryer really nicely. It got great reviews on Amazon, and it was only $40, which for a really nice quality, heavy, like this feels spa grade. There's nothing light and flimsy about this. I just have been in love with this. This is something that I can just step into this straight out of the shower, even without being completely dry. It's just been perfect now that the temperatures are finally starting to drop, especially at night. It's floor length. That was another thing I wanted, was a robe that was floor length. This is actually a unisex robe, and I went like a few sizes up. This is actually a 2XL/3XL. So super large. I feel tiny in this robe because I'm just enveloped in this purple terry cloth goodness. It's my new favorite thing. I love it. It's amazing. I highly recommend this robe if you're looking for a really great quality terry cloth robe. Yeah, love it. They had a bunch of different colors. I will link this below if I can find the link on Amazon. And then I had a few kind of digital things to talk about. Some movies and TV shows. So a movie favorite, I finally got to go see Doctor Strange. I think it was the first film I've seen since Captain America Civil War came out. I have not been very good this year about going to see movies, so I was really excited when my mom wanted to go see it. It was really, really well done. The action sequences were great, the special effects, the visual effects, the costume design. But then Alexandra Byrne is like a genius. She can do no wrong. So loved that. And then another favorite, it hasn't actually started yet, but I did binge watch the previous season, and it does technically start in November 29th, and that is Ladies of London on Bravo. It doesn't have the Real Housewives title, but it's kind of part of that same franchise, but it's set in London. It's a bit ridiculous. I feel like they've pulled the most dramatic stereotype of the wealthy American and the most dramatic stereotype of the wealthy Brit and mashed them together. So there's like 3 Americans and 3 Brits or something like that. 3 and 3 or 4 and 4 or something, I forget. But this will be the 3rd season. I have been in love with it since the 1st season, between the drama of all the ladies and then also just the shots of London in between the scenes. It just makes me so happy. So I was thrilled to find out that season 3 had been made and is on its way to Bravo. So yes, so excited. And then another TV favorite this month is one that I was binge watching just the other day. Black Mirror. I can see why people are talking about it. Black Mirror was really, really interesting. And the nice thing about Black Mirror, if you're someone who is easily drawn into shows and is worried about having another one to binge watch, Black Mirror, each episode is its own thing. There's like a general theme that connects the whole series together, but overall each episode is its own thing, so there's no cliffhanger endings, no feeling like you have to watch the next episode. The only reason I was binge watching it was because I was lying in bed sick and couldn't do anything else. So definitely would recommend checking out Black Mirror if you are into kind of sci-fi, futuristic things that go wrong with technology and humanity. It's a little dark, but it's also very thought-provoking. The different technologies that each episode tends to feature, it just kind of makes you think about, like, if your, like one episode, if your spouse died, and there was a way that you could text or talk on the phone with a computer simulation based on all of their public social media posts, that kind of the computer then pulls it all together and figures out the voice of them. Like, would you do it? You know, it's weird, it's interesting. So they talk about a lot of really interesting things with technology and the way that we use technology. So if you're into that sort of thing, which I am, I highly recommend Black Mirror. There's one episode, I think it was called like Game Test or something. The one where the guy goes to this weird mansion to test out a video game. It's a little spooky in some spots, a little jumpy. That was the only one that I felt like I should not be watching this at night. The rest of them, it's more of like a suspense thriller, not like, none of them are actual horror. That one a little bit, especially if you're afraid of spiders. Warning. But because each episode is its own thing, you can like choose, I'm not going to watch that episode, and you're not going to miss anything. So I kind of liked that. And then one last favorite is an app that I learned about on Pages and Polish. Shannon featured this, and this is Melodies Seasons. So I already had the regular Relax Melodies, which was okay. It's a sound mixing app, so you can choose and combine different ambient sounds to create your own kind of background noise. But the season one is really cool because it's got wind and leaves, steps on leaves, water dock, thunderstorm, there's a bunch of rain ones, the sound of sprinklers or crickets or jet boats during the summer, lawnmower. I don't know why you'd want to hear lawnmowers, but hey. Camping rain, which I kind of like the camping rain. It's probably one of my favorite rain sounds on here. In winter, you've got traffic and snow. I've loved the fireplace sound and the winter wind are probably my two favorites. I listen to those together at night a lot. And then you've got some Christmas carols, but then you can also play music from your own iTunes library. So there's a bunch of different ways you can use this, and you can mix it together. So you can have music from your iTunes combined with, this is what the sounds look like. So you can kind of choose which sound, and then they all just kind of blend together. And you can control the volume of each. So like Winter Wind is actually pretty loud, so when I turn that one on, I slide the volume a little bit lower and then have like the fireplace sound a little bit louder. So you can really create an interesting mix of sounds. And I have just been loving this app. It's got an alarm, so you can set sounds to wake you up, and you can choose like a time frame for it to fade in the morning. So I'm really in love with this app. I just think it's the best thing ever. So thank you, Shannon, for mentioning it, because it has literally been like I'm not even listening to, usually I listen to playlists at night while I sleep. I've not been doing that. I've just been listening to this app while I've been sleeping. And I feel that because there are some music tracks that you can select, but they're all on a loop. So they're only about like 30 seconds or so long, and then it repeats. But it repeats so seamlessly, and it's just, the music just fades into the background like the other sounds do. So there's nothing to really distract your brain. It puts your brain on a different loop and keeps you, if you're someone like me who has a problem at night with thinking of things and your brain just starts thinking about a million things instead of thinking about sleeping, having an app like this helps my brain get on that loop of the relaxing sounds and focuses on that and not the repetitive thoughts. So it's been super helpful for like falling to sleep and has been really great even with being sick and stuff. It just helps me zone out. Love that. So I think that's it. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That always makes me so happy. Leave me a comment down below if you have used any of these, or if any of these seemed really cool to you, or if there are any cold things that you think I'm not trying that I should. I did buy a box of throat coat tea because that has been highly recommended, so I will be trying that as soon as this video is done. So yeah, I love talking to you guys in the comments. And if you are not subscribed, I hope that you will consider subscribing. I would love that very much. I've got a lot of exciting things coming up. I'm doing Vlogmas starting, by the time this video goes up, it'll be like the next day or two. So Vlogmas is coming very, very soon, and then as soon as Vlogmas is done, I go straight into travel vlogs for my trip to London. So over the next couple months, I've got some really exciting content that I really cannot wait to share with you guys. Yeah, so I hope you subscribe and come along on the journey. So I'm gonna shut up. It's 4:30, so I need to make some tea and just go sit and relax. Thank you for sticking out throughout this video. I know I've probably sounded horrible, but I really appreciate you watching, and I will be sure to get plenty of rest and hopefully be back to normal by the time Vlogmas starts. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.